Legendary gang. What's up, y'all boys, man? It's your boy Legendary Donald back. Another reaction. And today, I was gonna react to the Pat Bev shit, but that nigga's irrelevant. Let's be real. Don't give a fuck about Pat Bev, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We got what the hell? We got Stephen A. and JJ ready to debate would the Lakers be a playoff team with a new head coach. Nah, if y'all didn't know, I love seeing the Lakers lose. You know what I'm saying? I love seeing them boys going outside. But this year we're going to be a little lenient going into it because it seems like some of you Laker fans have finally come to the realization that your team's not all that. You know what I'm saying? But the Lakers should make the playoffs next year. And I will admit, I am missing Lakers basketball. I miss it. I miss LeBron in the playoffs too. I do. I ain't gonna lie, I do. Man, I do, man. I hope that the Lakers should make the playoffs in all honesty next year. If they don't, LeBron just go ahead and just retire, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say. If you don't make the playoffs next year, just go ahead, hang with the family. You know what I'm saying? And just give it up, nigga. If you can't make the playoffs next year, even a play-in, you gotta make the play-in next year. Come on. You know what I'm saying, man? But I'll be brutally shocked, man. That's all I gotta really say on that. And you make sure I gotta come to CK. You know what I'm saying, man? Let's get to it. Let's see what happens, man. Let's see what they say. Got the sniper, JJ Redick, nice shooter. Wasn't really an all-star, you feel me? Just he had the sniper though, I ain't gonna count.
Right timing, the right fit. And on your points about Terry Stotts, who I think was one of the most underrated coaches during his tenure with the Trailblazers, consistently got that team to overachieve, consistently got that team to the playoffs. Kenny Atkinson did a great job building the culture there. Probably wasn't a great fit with Kevin
Bro, I feel like JJ Redick gonna be a cold ass analysis. Whatever he does.
Russell Westbrook. You know, you have to be able to deal with big egos and star players. The guy, look, if it's not going to be Mark Jackson, to me, like I like the idea of hiring Darvin Ham. Number one, he's played in the NBA. There's a cachet that comes with that. He's been part of developing players in Milwaukee. He's been part of championship teams in Milwaukee. He has a great experience doing that. And he's got a personality. I think you need a personality.
Redick, just get to the fucking point. We're talking about the Lakers.
The other point I wanted to make, you know,
making me bored out of my fucking mind, yo.
If you're a coach looking at this job, like there are short-term concerns and there are long-term concerns.
There we go. Let's get to the stuff.
Of course, is like how do you build a competent roster around those three guys? How do you figure out how to use Russ and get him to play to his strengths?
Okay.
How do you, you know, look at LeBron potentially at some point having declined? And not really having any young players. This is the long-term part. Not really having any young players that on. Bro,
I'm gonna I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna pause real quick. But I feel like this is like a team. The Lakers, the team they have right now. This is like a win now team, bro. You gotta be at least a 1-4 seed next year with LeBron. I feel like Westbrook's gonna have a Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have a breakout year next year. You feel me? I just feel like the Lakers, bro. They just need a better coach. Like I've been saying that, bro. Like Vogel was he was low-key mid on the Pacers back in 2012. He's fucking trash, low-key. Not trash, but
not necessarily a Jordan Poole
got carried by Paul George, Roy Hibbert, and all those guys, George Hill, and all them.
And so, for me, it just is not a desirable job. Like I look at it, if I'm a coach, and coaches want to coach. Like coaches are addicted to coaching. I get why people want.
But you are going to LA though.
But it's not a desirable job.
Well, let me say this to you. You said that on numerous occasions, and I'm not trying to say that I definitively disagree, but let's understand something here. If you said to me, "I'm going to get the same LeBron," because LeBron isn't the athletic demon that he once was years ago. The man is such a brilliant basketball player. He'll find a way to give you his 25 to 30 on average per night, okay?
Facts.
Really, Russell Westbrook is problematic because he doesn't fit with this particular roster.
I did say that too. I feel like that.
We have to start asking ourselves a question. And again,
the fucking Westbrook that he was, bro.
Go by. It's what we've seen in terms of the durability of Anthony Davis. If I'm a coach, why shouldn't I believe JJ Redick that if I have LeBron James and Anthony Davis healthy, then I'm a playoff team?
Exactly.
Why shouldn't I believe that? Because I believe that if Anthony Davis is healthy, and I know that, but if Anthony Davis and LeBron,
bro, Anthony Davis too damn young, bro.
And if I got LeBron James in the playoffs, Who knows what I could pull off because of how brilliant of a basketball player that man is. If I'm a coach, what's wrong with that?
It's a great question. I'm glad you brought this up.
Stephen A, we talk about playoffs.
First time I was ever on First Take, we talked about the Lakers. Keyshawn was here. We were off air, and I posed the question to you guys. Where do you see the ceiling? I don't know if you remember asking.
Yeah,
you see them being a 3 or 4 team this season. I'm talking about this season. And I said, I think they're going to be in the playing game. Now, obviously, because of the injuries to LeBron and Anthony Davis, they can't get in the playing game. And I'm looking at the Western Conference next year. I'm looking at a rising Mavs franchise. I'm looking at a rising Memphis Grizzlies franchise. I'm looking at the Golden State Warriors, the LA Clippers if healthy, Denver if healthy.
Boy, the Clippers.
The number 1 seed who won 64 games. A rising Minnesota team. Like, what's the ceiling for the Lakers?
Suns are going to be mid next year. I'm telling you. I hope they prove me wrong, but they're going to be very mid next year. Lakers, I feel like, I'm calling it right now, I feel like the Lakers are going to be like the 6th seed next year, bro. I'll come back to this video maybe a year from now. Lakers are going to be the 6th seed, bro. Watch. I know what I'm talking about.
Roster, building around this roster, all the challenges inherent with having 3 max players and no young players. Like, what's the ceiling for this roster? Is it a 6th seed? Is it a 6th seed? There's nothing wrong with getting in the playoffs.
To me, I would tell you, the ceiling is a 5th seed. I would tell you the ceiling is a 5th
He said a 5th seed?
But I would say this, and this is the part that I think that we're missing. When we watched the Los Angeles Lakers last year, what we had was a situation where the parts just didn't fit. LeBron James vouched for Russell Westbrook, pushed for him to arrive in Los Angeles, was somewhat deferential to him on far too many occasions in terms of having the ball in his hands, putting him in the decision-making position. Russ was deferential. I thought LeBron at times was as well, because I thought because he supported him being there, is what I'm saying. And you saw, even though LeBron ended up averaging 30 and LeBron was doing his thing, the reality of the situation is that the parts didn't fit and there was a lot of confusion. I don't think that happens this upcoming season. I think everybody knows who they are. And I think as a result, you're going to see LeBron James take the bull by the horn with more definitiveness than last season. And the real question for me is whether or not Anthony Davis is going to be healthy. We can't bank on that, and we understand that. That's why the market for him is that strong. Because everybody knows that when healthy, this guy's a top 7 talent in the NBA. But unfortunately, when you look at him, you're constantly wondering whether or not he's going to be available.
Bro, honestly, bro, like, okay, Golden State, when you got to that, I will. I was going to say that in that video. Bro, but honestly, I feel like, bro, the Lakers hit on a good-ass coach, bro. They're going to be a 5th, like, 6th seed, bro. Feel me? I'm sorry. You're not going to be better than most of the remaining teams that are available, bro. You feel me? I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen, bro. Unless Westbrook goes absolutely berserk. LeBron, he going to do his stuff, bro. I feel like the Lakers going to be a nice little 6th seed, you feel me? If they don't make the playoffs, I'll be very shocked. I'll be very disappointed in the Lakers, bro, if they don't make the playoffs next year. If they don't make the playoffs, bro, you just need to go to a full rebuild. I don't know. You probably need to trade. You can't trade LeBron. Like, really, you can't unless you want his trade. You feel me? I don't know, bro. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting offseason, bro. The Lakers got to make the playoffs next year, bro. You can't miss the playoffs. I miss Lakers basketball. If the Lakers miss the playoffs next year, that might be the most embarrassing moment for a franchise to miss the playoffs 2 years in a row with LeBron James, bro. That's all I'm going to say, man. Lakers, cool little 6th seed next year. Should be interesting. If you make sure I come roll to Kate Nonsense, but legendary Donald, man.